Andrew Hunt, AndrewHunt.
And then can I get your class and then the positions you play?
2024 and wide receiver and safety.
All right, so we are less than a month away from the start of the new year and everything. How's this summer been for you guys so far as a team?
It's been a really great summer. We've been working on a lot of stuff. Attendance is always great, and we've been just really building our team, like just our everything, really.
So you'd mentioned that it's been a great summer and everything like that. What are some things that you guys have worked on this summer to kind of prepare yourself for the new year?
We've really been focused on fundamentals and our run game and just our blocking schemes and what we're going to do and prepare ourselves for week one, just trying to get ready for that week one.
Yeah. And as a senior on the team, going into your last year, what are some things that you and the rest of the senior class are trying to do as leaders to kind of lead the underclassmen coming into the new year?
We're really just focused on everyone as a team. Everyone's important. You're only as good as your weakest link. So we're just trying to get everyone better and get everyone ready to play, because if somebody goes down, then the next guy's got to step up. So you never know who that's going to be.
Coming in from last season, you guys had a lot of really solid wins from last season. What are some things that you guys are trying to do from last year to kind of carry the momentum coming into the new year?
Just stay humble, really. We haven't really done anything this year. It's a new year. We're starting 0-0, but we just got to build off of last year and what we were able to do last year, and just keep progressing off of that.
Obviously, with being in Northeast Indiana in the ACAC conference, there's great teams from top to bottom. What are some things that you think that Bluffton does for you guys that really makes you guys stand out in the conference?
Our wide receiver group's really good, but our line's also really tough. We got a good running back, and our defense is really good. We're really well balanced. We do everything really good. That's just really all it is.
And then coming in to the new year, obviously you have a lot of fresh new faces and everything. Are there any underclassmen on the team that really stand out to you that can make an impact day one?
Yeah, our running back, Kamel Moore, he's a sophomore. He'll be really good in our run game. He'll be a really key piece. And wide receiver, AJ Strevler, sophomore, he'll be really good for us. He was really good last year. So we're looking at those two guys to really step up and play key roles for us this year.
And then last question for you. What are some goals that you think that you guys have, not only as just a team, but maybe for yourself personally?
Well, we're really just looking at regionals and looking to get up there, but we just got to take it game by game. I mean, we can't get too ahead of ourselves. We're just trying to get better.
Ben Ramseyer, BenRamseyer.
And then what is the class that you're in, and then the positions you play?
Okay, I'm a senior. I play corner, running back, receiver.
Okay, so we are about a month left going into the new year. How has the summer been for you guys so far?
The summer was great for us. Overall, it was just amazing. Everything we did was very well done.
What are some things that you guys had worked on over in the summer specifically to kind of get you guys better going into the new year?
We just kind of focused on what we do best, which is running the ball. We just honed in on getting used to receivers. You might not get the ball, but you need to be in the run game.
And then as a senior coming into this season, what are some things that you and the rest of the senior class are trying to do as leaders to kind of prepare yourself for the new guys coming into the team?
Just trying to keep our guys together and tell them you're all important no matter what, from scout team player to starting quarterback, that we all need to do things together, and if we do that, you'll be a really good team.
Yeah, of course. And then you guys had a very solid season last season. What are some things that you guys are trying to do to kind of carry that momentum from last year coming into this year?
We're just kind of trying to bond and keep going and push ourselves harder than we ever have, especially in the conditioning aspect. We were a little weak on that side last year, but we're just pushing ourselves further than we ever have.
And then obviously from the ACAC, it's a very good conference from top to bottom, a lot of really solid teams. What are some things that you guys try to do at Bluffton to kind of stand out going into the new year?
On offense, we like to run the ball a lot, as we always do, but on defense, we're a very man coverage and blitz team, and not a lot of teams do that in our conference. A lot of them play just zone coverage and try to play deep.
And then last question I have for you, what are some personal goals, but maybe just team goals that you have going into the new year?
Just some team goals. We want to try to have a repeat season. We'd love to be contention for an ACAC title with anyone in that conference. Everybody's good, and especially repeat another sectional title. It'd be a very big thing for our town.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add that I didn't already mention?
No, that's it.
Brent Kunkel, Brentkunkel.
And then what year are you on?
Going into 7.
Going into 7. Okay, awesome. So we are less than a month away from the start of the new season. How is the summer been for you guys going into the new year?
Yeah, like every other coach here today is probably say it was a great summer. But we're pretty fortunate at Bluffton. You know, we graduated only 3 guys off of last year's team. So we bring back a 17-person senior class and 20 starters. So that's a really, really good place to start. So because of that, the culture building is kind of already there. The expectations have kind of already been set. So it's kind of been weird sometimes as a coach, like I haven't had to talk as much because my seniors and leaders have kind of handled things. So we feel like we're in a good spot, you know, especially with what we have coming back to start off the year.
It's always great to have a bunch of seniors coming back and kind of leading this team by example. What are some things that they are trying to do to the underclassmen going into the new year for you guys?
They've done a really good job just setting expectation, you know, in the weight room. Like they'll go up to kids who aren't maybe doing things correctly, who are maybe slacking off a little bit, and they'll be the ones to handle things. On the practice field, you know, we start practice on time, we stretch the correct way. You know, going through drill work, I constantly hear them talking and pushing the younger guys, and really, like I said, setting the tone for how we do things at Bluffton. So it's been, like, I guess, kind of a unique summer for me because I haven't had to do a lot of that constant teaching, which is great because I'd rather have a player-led program anyway.
And then you guys have a lot of familiar faces. Obviously, returning 20 guys is huge for you guys, but also some fresh faces as well. Are there any new fresh faces on the team that you think can make an impact for you guys day one?
You know, our starting tailback this year is going to be a kid by the name of Kamel Moore. That's a name that hopefully people get to be familiar with over the course of the year, but he's a sophomore coming in, and he really looks the part. He's had a great summer. He's been pushed by our seniors because he's just a sophomore, but he's really kind of raised his level a little bit. You know, in terms of young guys who didn't play a whole lot last year, he'd be one. A.J. Strevler's another sophomore, but played every game as a freshman last year as a receiver for us in terms of a young guy. And then our Mike linebacker, we're still kind of figuring that position out, but Griffin Morgan or Jake Boots, both sophomores, look to kind of fill that role there because that's the only other starter we lost last season.
And then obviously the ACAC, from top to bottom, great conference, a lot of really solid teams. But for you guys, obviously winning a sectional title was huge last year and everything. What are some things that you're trying to do to kind of build off the momentum from last year going into this year?
Yeah, the biggest thing we talk about is humility. Because, yeah, we're bringing 20 guys back off a sectional championship team, but this year's team hasn't done anything yet. And much better teams than us have been tripped up, maybe with overconfidence and things like that. So just constantly preaching to guys, like staying in the moment, having that postseason experience and success last year. Guys are talking about the sectional and the regional at times. Well, we got 9 games before that. So we want to continue to focus on what we're doing each and every day. The postseason will be there, but our league is tough. Like you said, you know, starts with Adams Central for sure. They are the cream of the crop. They're one of the best programs in the whole state. So, but Heritage is going to be really good as well. I think people are sleeping on South Adams and Woodland. Jay County with Coach Segunda, he's a Hall of Fame coach, so they'll be well coached. And Coach Sprunger at Southern Wells, new energy, new blood. I'm sure they'll be much better than they've been in the past few years. So the conference slate's going to be tough, and then heading to a sectional with the likes of Eastbrook and Tipton. So it doesn't get any easier.
It certainly doesn't get any easier in Northeast Indiana. There's a lot of really solid teams. What are some things at Bluffton that make you guys stand out as a program in the ACAC conference?
I think just the culture we've set. You know, the thing we came in from day one is kind of preach this attitude of being selfless. So that's the key takeaway I wanted my guys to take away from playing football in our program. So, like, learn how to serve and what it means to do that. Not that other teams aren't doing that. I just feel like that's our attitude. We're trying to teach that, you know, it doesn't matter who gets the credit as long as we win. Again, first sectional championship in 34 years. You know, we had some great individual performances to get there, but a lot of team wins over the course of the season. So just continue to preach that, staying humble, staying in the moment, and just trying to do the best we can when the season rolls around here.